Hey, this is Taylor with thedailychorus.com, hanging out with Josh and Travis of Goodbye Tomorrow, whose debut album is set to be released on Equal Vision Records in September. How excited are you guys to be releasing your first full-length album on a record label like Equal Vision?
I'm really excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
What made you guys decide to go with Equal Vision as opposed to the other offers that you guys received?
Equal Vision just seemed to really be interested in supporting a band that wanted to make music as opposed to like trying to create just another fabrication of what's popular right now. And I'm not saying that like bands out there are doing that, but that just suited us to what we wanted to do. And they've really been very generous and accepting of everything we've done so far.
And they've been really supportive throughout this whole recording process.
Very supportive.
What was the recording process like? Like, what was your main inspiration for the album? What did you want to achieve?
We just kind of started fleshing out some riffs and stuff that people had, and we wanted to make sure that we wrote a lot of different kinds of songs, different moods and vibes. And so we kind of focused on doing that.
How was your transition coming into this band as the new lead singer?
It was fine for me. I mean, the only thing I had to get used to coming from my old situation was writing with a band, not by myself, and actually having a band that just like, you know, was a band, you know, where I was just one little wheel, you know, in the machine.
How was it having Travis come in and start writing songs for you guys and contributing?
The transition for me went really well because he's a really cool dude and he's incredibly talented. So the writing of the songs, they came out a lot better than they did before, and it wasn't just one person being the sole writer. Just along with Travis came everybody kind of being like, okay, we have, like he said, a new wheel in the machine, and so everybody started kind of adding more, and it was kind of just a huge transition for the band, not just adding a new member, but actually everybody kind of growing and meeting him where he was at and being able to kind of grow.
I know that your album isn't released until September. What are you guys planning on doing until then?
We leave tomorrow afternoon, actually. Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we're going to be on around a 2-week tour with the Stiletto Formal, which is from here.
Awesome.
And Moros Eros, if I mispronounced that, I apologize. And then we're going to meet up around like June 17th with a couple of our really good friends, The Working Title and Days Away. And we'll be out with them for about a month and a half. And then we're trying to hop on something around like August to lead us into September. And then when this record comes out, hopefully we can just continue the pattern of consistently being on tours and showing people what we're doing.
What are you guys hoping to accomplish with this new album?
World domination, first of all. After that, we'll move on to other galaxies. just to have as many people hear our music as possible. I mean, we think that we've written really good songs and people will enjoy it, so I guess it's just a matter of getting them to hear it.
Which is more important to you, that critical recognition from different people working within the industry and critics, or like fan adoration, like a ton of people just rushing to buy that album?
I think for like my ego, it would be nice to have people with respected opinions like it, and maybe like artists that I admire appreciate my art as well. But I think that it's really, I mean, people are people, you know. Everyone has to come down off the high horse, and the more people that like our stuff, the better.
What band would you just love hearing that listened to your album and just thought it was fantastic?
The Counting Crows.
Josh, you agree?
I agree that the Counting Crows are a very good band. I could go different ways. As far as a band taking us on tour, I think Snow Patrol would be sweet if they dug our band and take us under their wing. That'd be sweet. On a personal level, there's a band called Magnet from Norway that just my personal opinion, if Evan really liked the music that I helped write, that would be a huge
You're gonna be like, I'm
accomplishment
done.
for me. Like, dude, all right, I quit. Evan likes my band. Sweet.
Have you guys come to the point where you've redefined success from when you started out, you know, like as when you first started out as musicians to actually having experience in the music industry and the realistic view, or have you guys always just known what you wanted?
I think we're successful right now. I mean, having a record label that is established and has been around and has proven to consistently put out records that the mass seems to really appreciate and like, and bands that are making a living at what they're doing. I mean, to be able to kind of be at that level in a sense, as far as like having them support us, having them give us money, and having a record come out, I think we're successful. But then it's like the next step comes, and it's like, okay, are we gonna be a flash in the pan, a shelved record, or like, is this something where we could be around for?
And you just try not to worry about that?
Yeah, so it's just, for me, it's different levels.
I think success is kind of a relative thing. I would like to think that we are successful. This is more than I ever thought I would accomplish. I mean, my goals obviously change. The higher you know, get, the higher your goals get as well, usually, I think. So, I mean, there's always something bigger and better, but it's nice to be able to look at what you have done and be proud of it.
What have you guys learned the most with your experiences in the music industry that you think it's important for people coming up to know, or musicians or bands?
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really easy for like mom and a dad to think that you're just lazy because you're in a band and everybody's in a band, and it's just it takes a lot of work. I mean, to be stuck in a van with, you know, 4 dudes, that it's rough, and playing for a different crowd every night, and playing in cities you've never been to before, and playing, I mean, we've played many a hardcore show and metal shows, and those people just don't like us. Why we played those, I don't know, but it was fun, and it's a hard business, but it's at the same time within a minute it can be really fulfilling. And it's just, I don't know, for me, and I think everybody shares the same thing, to be able to pour your heart and soul into a product like this and have people tell you that, you know, it changed their lives, or it really helped them in a situation where they had a bad day, then came home and went on your MySpace page or popped in your record, and they really could kind of correlate to what you were trying to say and relate to it, then that's really fulfilling for me.
What are some unsigned bands that you guys are really stoked about that you see good things happening for, or wish the best for?
Well, we are about to go on tour with some really awesome unsigned bands. The Stiletto Formal is unsigned. They're really awesome and from around here, and it would be nice to see them get more appreciated, be more appreciated. Days Away and The Working Title are both without labels right now, and I think they're all just like absolutely amazing live bands who write great songs, so I think everyone should check them out at our shows.
Finally, if you could write the soundtrack to any film, which film would it be?
I just watched this movie, and this is funny that I have this here. Goodbye Lenin. And actually the soundtrack on it's already brilliant, so I probably couldn't improve upon it, but everyone should watch the movie.
And Josh?
The Science of Sleep, actually. I think I would really like to have worked with that. It was cool.
Well, thank you, guys. Good luck on tour. I hope the best for you, and can't wait for that album to come out. This has been Taylor Kim for thedailychorus.com, your daily source for new music.